Ever wondered how to perform and do all glitches needed for the current version 1.2.0 and present speedrunning Tears of the Kingdom? Look no further. Keep in mind that I have not included the entire route to do the run, but just the necessary glitches, skips and tips. Let's go! The first one we need to figure out is the jump slashing skip in the beginning of the run. This lets us bypass the terminal cutscene to get the gears working. It's one of the hardest skips in the run. We go up these cogs, line up to a specific location with the help of a weapon toss. We turn around, sprint forward and keep moving forward throughout the movement. Sprint and jump. Press L2 and R1 at the same time. Press Y to do the jump slash and release R1. You should now be on the ledge. If you need to, do a backflip to ascend those last centimeters. The controller and button sequence for a successful attempt looks like this. Next up is one of the item dupe glitches. There is another one that we'll get into later in this video, but the first one we will employ is to dupe Zonai wings. I can't tell you why, but it's important to not have more than one of the items that you will dupe in your inventory. So we get rid of any excess wings for now, but keep them close so we don't have to waste time duping more. Don't do this, don't waste your wings, people. It doesn't look too hard. We go onto a ledge, do a weapon toss, select the item you want to dupe, keep the right bumper pushed in, walk off the ledge, go into the item menu again, press X over the same item that you want to dupe, release the D-pad and the right bumper at the same time. And voila! It took me a couple of tries, but speed is not the important thing here. It's about timing and being in the air but really close to the ground when we go into the item menu again. Next up is maybe not so much of a glitch as it is taking advantage of how the game calculates where you're supposed to respawn in the event of falling off a ledge or dying. In the 90% speedrun, to not waste a huge amount of time running back to the first shrine quest that Rauru tasks us with, we can trick the game into respawning us back onto the ledge that we left from earlier. This saves a great deal amount of time. After talking with the steward gaining the Pura pad, we run off this ledge, press up on the D-pad and press X to drop a wing. This is not a glitch, it's just a fancy move that requires a bit of timing and finesse. I fell to my death a couple of times and suffered through some turbulence before nailing it. It's all about not touching the ground. Run the wing into the door of the temple, but try and land it as far left as possible, as we want our jump later to be as short as possible. When you've landed, spawn a new wing behind your current one and press the terminal. Skip all the cutscenes, of course. And now to the important part. Jump off the ledge, but be sure to not touch the floor of the temple. If you do, you will respawn at the temple and not at the steward where we took off earlier. I'm a bit lucky here. I don't know why this didn't fail, but do it as clean as you can. And we're back! Coming up is another wing skip glitch to take us to that first shrine. Here we will spawn 2 wings and just run onto them. This one is all about timing and a synchronized button press. Run towards the edge, press the plus to go into the menu, prepare to take out 2 Zonai wings. And to actually spawn these wings now, just press B and Y at the same time. Keep running forward off the cliff, and you should either land on the wings or fall to a very painful death. And that's it. When you have completed the first shrine in your run, you'd want to fly down and get your first battery charge. The battery is not actually used in the run, it's just so we don't get a longer cutscene later in the run. For maximum efficiency, you can do this trick where you jump off the cliff, spawn a wing, and do a shield jump onto the wing itself. You do this by running and jumping off the cliff. Just before you jump, press L2 so that Link draws his shield and release all controls. Press up on the D-pad, select the wing, press X and release the D-pad. When the menu has closed, you push down and hold L2. Push up and hold the left thumbstick, press A to perform a shield jump, and quickly press B to cancel the shield jump so you don't fall off the wing when you land. When you've nailed it, you fly down and talk to the steward to get the battery charged. Next! The run itself contains the use of Amiibos. I can't show you that because I don't have any, but you use it to spawn fish. What you want are 2 mighty carps and 2 mighty porgies to cook for an extra attack damage multiplier to be used in the Ganondorf fight later on. Now you run through the cave to gather your first ruby and make your way down out of the cave towards the cooking pot where we will perform the duplication glitch again. This dupe glitch is the same as the one before and just performed to quickly dispatch 2 Zonai guards to gain access to the cooking pot. It's nothing fancy, but it gave me a headache before I realized that you have to toss the ruby that you have in your hands, or the new item will merge with the one in your hand. Just like before, go onto the ledge, press and hold R1, and select the ruby to toss. Jump off the ledge and press up on the D-pad when you're as close to the ground as you can get without touching it. Now press X and release the D-pad. This drops another ruby on the ground for you. Note that if you now press B to stop the current throw, you will only have the one ruby that's left on the ground. Be sure to aim properly through this window when tossing the ruby, or you will likely burn in hell. Twice. Another important note for the run itself is to quickly jump over the wall here and grab the wooden shield before it burns up. You'll need it for the shield smuggling glitch down the line. For the second shrine, we want to avoid a few cutscenes by utilizing the quick smuggle glitch. After we have acquired the bow, arrow and the key for the door, we can start. PS, you need 2 bows, 2 shields and a bomb flower. A lot of these materials have been acquired earlier in the run. It took some time for me to realize that this sequence does not need to be done this fast and in this order. That's only to do the run efficiently and save as much time as possible. What we're doing here is opening the door, fusing a bomb flower to a shield, and then activating the quick smuggle glitch for bows and the bomb shield. This will let us use the arrow smuggle movement glitch, an unlimited amount of bomb shield jumps in the next room. But you can do all of these things separate instead for a more easy approach. Just fuse the bomb flower to your shield, and now to activate the quick smuggle glitch, stand with your back to the wall, go into the menu, drop your equipped bomb shield, equip your second shield, and remove the second shield. That's the quick smuggle glitch to gain an infinite amount of bomb shield jumps. Now do the same with your bow for the arrow smuggle glitch, and you're all set for the upcoming and somewhat daunting task. So this is the skip that we're going to do. We are depleting our stamina so that Link doesn't go into bullet time. We go into the pool, and as we're walking backwards, we press and hold L2 and R1 in order to line up and prepare for a shield jump. Release the left thumbstick as we approach the edge. Press B to cancel the throw and release R1. Now press X and A to perform a shield jump and release L2. Turning the camera with your right thumbstick will ease this in the next part of it so that you don't lose any speed. This will propel you forward onto the platform above. After that first bounce off the platform, you need to press B to cancel the shield jump, so that we can get into the arrow smuggle movement glitch. When you have bounced high enough, you pull your bow and keep R2 pressed down for a short period of time. Now quickly press Y and follow it up immediately with a pressing and holding R2 for a short moment. The ratio for R2 to Y should be around 2:1. What I mean is that you should hold R2 a little bit longer and just pressing and quickly releasing Y. Do this button sequence until you've reached the next platform. This soundbite of the repeating button sequence might help you get the timing right. An important note here is that Link is walking backwards before pressing B to cancel the throw, so that Link is as deep into the edge as possible. Otherwise, we're not going to get any forward momentum, and we're just going to bounce upwards. The next skip is utilizing the smuggle glitch again. By performing a bomb shield jump with both the arrow smuggle and bomb shield smuggle glitch active on this angled mountain, you can propel yourself forward and start the movement glitch to the other shrine. The important part is to land the shield jump on the angle to get the most speed out of the jump, and as soon as we have activated the arrow smuggle movement glitch, we do not move Link or the camera because that will slow us down. Be sure to pay attention to the minimap so you don't go too far, and put a little extra effort into lining up your jump, or the shrine will sail right past you. We are missing the shrine. Shrine is just passing us by. The Ultrahand shrine is nothing too serious for you now. Activate the bomb shield quick smuggle glitch and do a few jumps. Cancel the bomb jump by pressing B after the shield jump if you do not want to jump all over the place. We are not done with the quick smuggle glitch. Not even a little bit. We're using it again after the 3rd shrine to jump over to the Temple of Time. We activate it just like before. You're back to the wall, drop your equipped bomb flower shield, equip it, and then unequip your other shield and do the same with the bows. Now run and deplete your stamina, as we do not want to enter bullet time when pulling the bow. Line up towards this tree and then perform a shield jump over the edge. The angled stair will shoot us towards the temple, and we start with the arrow smuggle movement glitch. And just stop doing the movement when we get to the Temple of Time.
You didn't say the magic word.
For the hardcore and perhaps a little more skilled player than myself, there is a possible duplication glitch that allows you to dupe rubies when you're flying down to Hyrule on a pair of wings. But I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I looked up a alternative solution. It's a little bit slower for the 90% speedrun, but it works, and it's the same as I showed you before, but we use rewind on the one ruby that we're throwing away, so we actually get to keep both. Go onto this ledge, press and hold R1 and select the ruby to toss. Walk off the ledge and press up on the D-pad when you're as close to the ground as you can get without touching it. Now press X and release the D-pad, and after that release R1 to throw away the ruby. Now press L1 to activate rewind on the ruby, and then cancel rewind for it to drop. Now you have 2. Do this until you have at least 18. We use these rubies in the Ganondorf army fight later on. We have done all shrines, we've got all our dupe rubies and other materials that we need. Now we are going to make our way down to Hyrule. Be sure to have the arrow smuggle glitch activated or you will die. To get all the way to where we will clip out of bounds, we need 2 wings. By fusing them together, we can avoid both of them despawning on us and switch wings mid-air. This will make us lose the least amount of time. Fuse them together, move them into position, and just walk off the ledge, and you'll land on the one in front. We're making our way to Hyrule Castle Town Ruins Well. When one wing is about to despawn, move over to the one in the back and use Ultrahand to remove it so it doesn't throw you off. When we're jumping off the wing to make our way down to Hyrule, as we do not have the glider, we need to use the cancel fall damage glitch. We're also using this glitch later on when we're glitching out of bounds and are falling down to the army fight. There are a couple of ways to do this, but the one that works best for me and seems to give the most room for error is the one that I'm going to show you here. We need to have the arrow smuggle glitch activated for this to work. Be sure to press B to make Link fall. When we're as close to the ground as we possibly dare, the closer we are, the less fall damage we will take, as we reset the height from which the game thinks Link has leapt from. We press R2 to go into bullet time, press Y to do a jump/cancel. Now we press R2 to go into bullet time again, and then we press R1 to initiate the dive. A super important detail here that I missed but player 5 so kindly helped me with is for the fall damage cancel glitch to work, you have to initiate the dive when Link is still moving upwards from the cancel jump slash. This little movement is the key. Initiate the dive when Link is moving upwards and it's all good. Now we're going to clip out of bounds to make our way down to Ganondorf's army. We're in the Hyrule Castle Town Ruins Well, and to be able to do this we need, you guessed it, the arrow smuggle glitch activated. We're climbing this wall until Link is horizontal. Then we press B to fall. Right when we start to fall, we press R2 to go into bullet time and initiate the arrow smuggle movement glitch by quickly pressing Y and press and hold R2 right after. Repeat that button sequence to gain height. When Link's head and torso is going through the roof, you hold R2, you press and hold A, then you press L2 to do a shield jump. With that, you can release all buttons and Link should clip out of bounds. When we're out of bounds, we go left and jump into the water and start swimming towards the edge. I found that the positioning and location of the edge is not as important as to not move forward when you go over the edge. If you go too much forward, you will end up in another pool of water and that could be the end of the run. So just go over the edge and release all controls, or alternatively, just initiate a dive with R1. The game will freeze Link for a short period of time while it's loading in some assets. Right after, you need to glide forward and keep gliding forward. Look out for this tree. We're diving into a cave right to the left of it. When we made it past the cave entrance, start gliding to the right. We want to aim for this area, right about here. We are going to do another fall damage cancel maneuver here and then roll off the edge. We're doing this so we don't get stuck in any material and can continue our descent to the army fight. The fall damage cancel glitch can be done like the one I showed you before. Just be sure to press B if you're in a dive to cancel that. Casually fall, go into bullet time, do a jump/cancel by pressing Y, immediately press R2 to go into bullet time and then initiate a dive ASAP. Release all controls so that Link can roll off the edge and go through the material. Now just dive to the ground and do another fall damage cancel glitch and you're all set to start the fight. It can be a little bit tricky to find the exact landing location, and the room for error seems to be very low. I aim for this spot and try to be a little to the left from the center from this spot. For the army fight, it's all about being fast with the ruby throws and minimizing the time where enemies are able to move towards you. By quickly holding R and pressing up on the D-pad, select your ruby. Here we can release both the D-pad and R at the same time, and Link will toss his ruby in the direction you're aiming. To gain some extra time and momentum before enemies overrun you, you can also hit LB and go into rewind and just cancel it and then repeat the process. For the first fight you can manage it with 4 rubies in total. We're going to kill as many bokoblins as possible and dispatch the rest and the boss bokoblin with a bomb shield jump. You want to throw rubies in the following locations. 1 short middle, short left, short right, and 1 long in the middle. It's important to get the bokoblin archers with the last ruby. I screwed this attempt up, so I used a couple of more, and you can as well if you want to make this next part a little bit easier for you. Now lure the boss bokoblin and his remaining friends to the edge. Run around them and perform a shield jump with your bomb shield to throw them off the edge. That's it. These guys will require 4 to 5 rubies. 1 short right, short left, short middle, and another 1 short middle if the black Lysolphos is not dying. When you've tossed the last ruby and the black Lysolphos is about to die, quickly run up to him, grab a royal halberd next to him from one of his fallen friends, quickly grab the royal halberd that he drops, and you also want to pick up the black Lysolphos horn that he drops as well. You will need it for the Ganondorf fight later on. You need to be lightning fast here before the cutscene loads for maximum efficiency. However, you're able to grab it later on as well as I do here, if you fail to do so. You can manage the Gibdos with only 1 ruby. When the cutscene ends, run backwards and a little to the left and toss a ruby into the middle of all Gibdos. Run up to a dying Gibdo and grab their Gibdo bow. This is also used in the Ganondorf fight. The bokoblins are quite straightforward. Toss a ruby short right, short left, short middle, and another one in the middle if Mr. Bokoblin won't die. Now that the army fight is done, we can spawn Ganondorf and skip the remaining bosses. Make your way to the left of the gate and these routes. Be careful so you don't take any fall damage. We're going to clip out of bounds. Look for these marks and place yourself to the right of these. Quick Smuggle Glitch should still be activated. Pull your bow, press X to jump, press Y to do a jump slash, and you have to wait around half a second or so, then you can pull out your bow and go into bullet time. Now perform the movement glitch until Link starts clipping out of bounds. I find it easier to turn the camera to the right in order for this to work. When Link is halfway through the roof, do a shield jump. The next clip out of bounds is really tough and one of the harder ones. To find the exact position is just really hard, and I have not figured out myself on how to find it consistently. We want to find where the 2 surface planes above us intertwine and go through that. To do this, I'm looking for this crack in the floor and placing myself near it. Your camera can get stuck here. If it does, move away up to the left, move the camera a little bit, and it should release for you. But you have to be careful. Now perform the arrow movement glitch again by pulling your bow, jump, press Y, wait half a second or so, and enter bullet time. As before, when Link is starting to clip between surfaces, perform a shield jump and you should clip out. Now we can run towards Ganondorf. And towards Ganondorf, we want to dupe the black Lysolphos horn with the dupe glitch we showed earlier. Then fuse them both to your royal halberds. And last but not least, consume the fish skewer from before for that massive attack up. And that's it. I'm going to leave the Ganondorf fight out of this video. That's mainly just learning the fight in a specific and correct order to minimize the time it takes to kill him. I might do a video of that in the future. Now you have almost everything to go do a any percent speedrun yourself. To see the whole current any percent path, I would suggest heading over to watch one of Player 5's speedruns. He's great. I'm thinking of trying out a speedrun myself. That might be fun. Please like, comment and subscribe if you'd like to see that, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!